Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Now the new DLC has been out for about a week at this point, and I've been trying to find the best hand-to-hand build as well as updating my bleed build. But I stumbled across this Ash of War during all of that, and let me tell you, this thing is gonna get nerfed. It deals insane poise damage as well as just regular damage. I'm hitting somewhere in the 7,000s if both hits connect, and I'm only at rune level 150. And that's just crazy. Not to mention that 2 to 3 strikes from this Ash of War is enough to stance break almost any enemy in this game, no matter how much poise they have. But an Ash of War isn't an entire build.
Am I a joke to you?
So I want to show you everything that goes into this. The weapon to use, the talismans, the buffs. Let's get right into this. Now the first thing we need is to pick a weapon to slap this on. I originally wanted to try this on a curved sword, but you get much more hyper armor when casting on a heavier weapon. And as you can probably tell, this Ash of War has a bit of a charge up time, so not getting staggered out of it is key. And after some testing, I went with a greatsword, specifically the gargoyles greatsword, because this one actually gets a B scaling in int, and all the others I've tried only got up to like a C scaling, which was kind of strange. I do actually like swinging my sword around here and there when I'm killing mobs or getting quick attacks in, so that damage here is actually kind of relevant. For the 4 talismans, I'm choosing to maximize this Ash of War's damage. So we've got the Magic Scorpion Charm, Shard of Alexander, and Godfrey's Icon to boost the Ash of War to its absolute limit. For the final spot, I'd recommend something for defense if you're in the DLC or just want more survivability. I like the Dragon Crest Great Shield personally, but the extra healing or health ones are fine too. Or swap these out for whatever boss you're fighting. If you're fighting a fire boss, well, use the fire resist talisman. Now since we're so heavily invested into int, I added 3 spells into our arsenal. For the staff, I'm using the Carian regal scepter. It has an S scaling in int, and also boosts our Dark Moon sorceries. And speaking of, Ranni's Dark Moon is the perfect opener, as we can get some quick burst damage in and leave that magic resistance debuff that all the mages love. I also added the Night Comet spell because this one rarely misses and is just great at sniping enemies who would normally move out of the way. And lastly, I've been liking the new glintstone nail sorcery as an alternative to Rain of Stars, as it's another multi-hit spell. For the armor set, you can wear whatever you like. This game's been out for 2 years and I know you know how to dress yourselves. If you like my drip, it's the Banished Knight's Helm, 2 pieces of the Oathseeker Knight set, and the Raging Wolf gloves to keep us at the high end of medium weight threshold. I know that there are helms that can boost magic and spell damage by a small amount, but the Ash of War is the star of the show here, so I personally skipped going down that route. For the physic, I'm using the Magic Shrouded tier as well as the Stance Breaker tier to squeeze out the extra few percentage points we may need against larger bosses. The Stone Barb Crystal Tear isn't mandatory by any means, feel free to swap that one out to fit your playstyle. Stamina Regeneration or one of the defense ones make a good second option. You may want to consider a heavier armor set with more poise, and invest some extra points into endurance so you aren't heavy rolling. I was able to finish the DLC with a full Banished Knight set and keep a medium equip load during my first playthrough. I don't think this build needs to run Terra Magica or Comet Azure, although they were on my radar during testing. I know this DLC's hard, any kind of cheese is definitely on the table. In the base game, you'll have a breeze against any of the 150 bosses they can throw at you. In the DLC, make sure you've got those tree shards collected. Because if you can tank a hit, or find those good openings, this thing can decimate those bosses' health bars. And hey, if you made it this far, consider subscribing, or check out this video. DLC spoiler free, where my friends and I RP'd as the Lord of the Rings characters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.